Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Legacy United. I believe this is the Beast Wars Universe Cheetor figure. So in this video we're going to have a detailed look at him in both his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We'll have a look at the accessories that come with him and how you can use him in both modes, and of course we're going to have a look at the packaging with the beautiful artwork on it. I need to thank In Demand Stores in the UK, which is where I purchased this from, and also to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out. So because he's a core class figure, he comes packaged in a box like this with your open window. He does come in robot mode, which we will see in a second. We've got some fantastic artwork there. Again, you can see him with his, I suppose, blades attached, which I'll show you in a second. And then we've got the picture on the back saying that he has 12 steps to transform. But you've probably already noticed I've uploaded a separate tutorial anyway, just in case anybody wants to see it back and forth. Right, let's have a look at the figure itself then. So as I say, it does come packaged in robot mode, but I've got him in this particular mode for now. And again, you've got to appreciate that this is a core class figure, and at the price point that it's at, it is super basic. But to be honest, it looks quite good. Unfortunately, I don't own the original, but if I did, it wouldn't be able to fit on screen. I saw it at the last TF Nation, and it was huge. It was, yeah, you wouldn't even be able to see how big it is. But let's have a quick look at him then. So we've got a bit of articulation on the tail there, like so. I was going to say no, but that's not true. There's articulation at what would be classed, I suppose, the knee on the front legs. You can also, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, but again, it's not too bad, see the actual robot hands as well. And you can move the knees as well on the hind legs. Now, to be honest, these should be tabbed in there, but again, if you do just slightly untab, you've got way more articulation in these. It does say in the instructions in the tutorial to tab them in exactly the same as the front, to be honest, the front legs. But if you separate the tab which holds it in, you've got full articulation on all of these. So you've got a really articulate figure. To be honest, I think obviously the only negative, if you want to say it's a negative, it's just again for its price point, is that it is, of course, as I've already said, quite basic. Now, because it's got them particular fists, you can't put the standard 5mm weapons in any of the hands. The gaps are too small, but you could use, if you wanted to, and especially in the other mold, on the other mode rather, you can use some of the other core class weapons because they fit in, which I will show you in a second. Now you can take these, which again double up. Again, we'll see that in more detail in the other mode, but what we've got here is another little tabs either side, and there's a little square cutout on the inside of these. So what you can do is you can attach these as well. Let's see if I can get this in. These are quite finicky, to be honest. Oh, there you go. I've just completely flipped that over. Let's see. Let's pop it in this side instead. And that's probably what I should have done in the first place, but you can see there's so many little tabs on all these, and I like the idea of this. As I say, again, I've got to confess, I've not seen this guy in the Beast Machines cartoon, and it doesn't look too bad with regards to some other core class figures that unfortunately I've not got in their alternate mode just yet, but he does scale pretty well with them, in all honesty. There is one of your deluxe. I always use this figure as a guide, a sort of size. It doesn't look too bad with it, and there of course is your Optimus Prime core class figure. Right, let's have a look at him in his robot mode. As I says, the tutorial is separately uploaded if you want to see how to go backwards and forwards, so I'm just very quickly going to go through this, which you can probably see some of it. It's quite basic, to be honest, but there's still a couple of little things that might trip you up, again, hence me doing the tutorial separately. Now, the only negative with this is, and you're about to see it, I suppose, in a second, is that a lot of the tabs which you can use to hold things or to tab it all together, they just tend to now get in the way. So there is the robot mode. Let's just bend him down a little bit more, because if he was fully outstretched like this, which you can see, he wouldn't really fit in the box. So yeah, you do need to bend up some of the knee bends on this particular figure. If we have a look at the back to have a look how they've got him posed, yeah, they've got quite a big bend at the thigh, like so, and then the legs coming down. But you can see what I mean by this part here, that huge tab on the inside of the arms. It will sort of can be a bit of a hindrance, but it's not too bad. As I say, I know I've said it once already, I'm probably going to say it a couple more times. You've got to appreciate the price point which this particular figure is at, because yes, you can have third-party companies like this Optimus Prime, which has got a lot more detail, a lot more articulation, and indeed, yes, let's be honest, it does look better, but it's, you know, this is six price in the UK, this is at least 5 or 6 times the price of this guy. So it's one of them sayings, you get what you pay for, in honesty. The head sculpt isn't too bad at all. There's quite a bit of detail on it. The eyes look a little bit yeah, fiendish. I don't know what other word, maybe a little scary, but the head itself will spin around. It won't look up or down, it'll just spin all around. You've got ball and sockets, which you can see at the shoulders, which means that they are restricted, but they will come up to there, but they will go all the way around. You've got a ball and socket in the bicep, which means there's full articulation. That there isn't a waist swivel because it's all solid, but you've got ball and socket hips, which means it'll kick forward, it'll kick backward, and you can see you've got all these hinges in and around the knees. Now unfortunately the feet are completely molded one bit of plastic, so there's no ankle rock, tilt or anything there at all, but again, looks good. You can tell it's cheetor, and there's quite a bit of painted detail in and around the midsection. So let's show you a couple of ways that we can use these. So we can pop them in his hands like so we can have these like, I was going to say katana blades, but I don't think they're actually, obviously look like katana blades, but you can pop them in that way, which looks pretty good. Not too bad at all. You could, of course, because of the tabs, I'm pretty sure, especially with this one, you could put one of these sideways around, because that's still a circle. This one, maybe not. Let's just see. No, that's obviously where it was tabbed into this back part. So you could hold that sideways on if you wanted to. You can, again, reattach these to the shoulders like we had in the alternate mode, which looks reasonable. Doesn't look too bad. You can see it's going in via that square port there, but again, see all the tabs on it that tend to get in the way? That's where I messed up last time and it all fired out. I mean, you can pop them there. I don't think personally, and again, correct me in the comments or give me your opinion, guys, I don't think that really does anything aesthetically for him, to be honest. Although I'm saying that now, if I take the two guns off the core class Megatron, and if I was to pop these in his hands, it's probably now, and I'm gonna have to eat my own words, look really good. You know what, it doesn't look too bad, does it? It doesn't look too bad. I think what I was leading up to say, and what I suppose I was laying down the track for, was exactly what I'm going to do right now anyway. But before I do it, because I've got a couple at hand, let's bring in some more of the core class figures, because I do like the fact that we've got this ever growing and expanding core class universe, which is brilliant for lots of reasons. One, because obviously they're much cheaper, so more people can attain them. Two, because they do scale really well with some of the bigger figures. And three, because they're just a brilliant stepping stone into the Transformers lore, because yeah, they are a bit more basic, and again, I suppose they're aimed at that younger, so for my kids they're ideal, etc, etc. Right, let's go with what I was going to show you with the blades then. So let's take these off. In fact, very quickly, just to give you an idea of size, there's a very small deluxe figure. There's another small deluxe figure. I can't get him to balance now because I took the blades out. So wow, he's as big as Bumblebee near enough. These are all quite small deluxe figures, to be honest. I've just typically put Thunderwing rather out of the way, but there's a Voyager, so that gives you an idea of all of the size. Very quickly then, let's just show you what I was going to do with the blades, and that is join them, combine them, join them, whatever word you want to use. And this, and again, I've got to admit I've read this because again I've not seen any of the cartoons. This is to replicate one of the episodes where he did the spinning blades, and it will fit like so in his hands. The back legs keep falling down, and yeah, there you go. That's just replicated that top picture, which, can you see there? Yep, there you go. And it looks pretty cool. So overall, you can probably tell I'm impressed with this guy, especially for the price point, especially for the fact of what he can do. And I like the fact that even though he's only got two rather simple basic accessories, that they're fun, and they do indeed make the figure that a lot more fun as well. So there you go, there he is, Beast Machines Core Class Cheetor. Let me know in the comments what you think of him, guys. Take care.